Hi, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Jackie.
And I'm her husband, Glenn.
He's my husband, Glenn.
Yes, I am. And welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. But before we get started with the review of Married at First Sight Couple Cam Quarantine Edition, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that bell notification, and make sure you give us a big thumbs up, as my little daughter would say. And just make sure that you check us out. Check out our new podcast, which is also, the link is in the description below.
So, Couples Cam Quarantine Edition. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with Jamie and Beth. We left off with Jamie and Beth for the last time, and they were having some argument, having some issues, having some problems, because they were in a small space.
Is that really what caused the issues? No.
Well, that's what she believes. So she ended up, this episode, getting her juju,
her moon water.
Her moon water, her sage, her moon rocks, her everything to get the bad juju out of the house. So they did a whole, I don't want to call it a seance.
It's not a seance.
They did a whole purifying situation. They purified the house, and purified themselves, and purified the issues and the problems that they were having. Now, you guys can take it for what it's worth. I'm not knocking whatever anybody believes. They can do what they want to do. But the problem is not because it's a full moon. It's not because it's the rocks. It's not because she needs sage. The problem is they don't know how to communicate with each other. And she takes everything real personal.
Yeah. This one couple, I say they still need the experts. They need the experts. They need some counseling. They need somebody to be talking to them. I don't know.
But, you know, it wasn't all about the mojo, the muju, or the juju, and whatever. It wasn't all about that. They did have a little bit of fun in this episode as well. They had a therapeutic exercise where they switched roles.
Yes,
Jamie dressed up like Beth. Beth dressed up like Jamie. And they worked on how the other person treats that person throughout the day. It was funny.
Or when you do the role reversal, it's more like how you see the person when they act. And so, you know, Elizabeth was like all starch shirt, Jamie, serious Jamie. Elizabeth, why are you in here bothering me? I don't have time for this.
I'm trying to get my work done.
and Jamie as Elizabeth was all like hair wrapped in towel, bathrobe on. I'm going to go over here and bother Jamie because I don't have anything to do but bother Jamie. It was a mess.
It was a mess, but it was fun.
It
was cute. And, you know, it was happy to see that they, in this episode, that they were actually getting along. And they would actually, you know, have their good moments. And not saying every relationship is always up and bad. They have their moments where they're doing well. And when they go bad, they go bad. So
we usually see more of their bad than their good.
But I get my hats off to Jamie. At least he didn't leave this time. Or last time on the last episode.
Right.
Or near the best. So they're learning how to stick together and work things out. And I think they have more good days than bad days. Yeah.
And also, I mean, can't really leave anyway.
Yeah, you quarantine. You're quarantined. So so that's Jamie and Beth for the most part. Pretty good with them. Well, one of the next couples that we want to deal with is one of my favorite couples. You know, is turning into one of my favorite couples. In season 8, I wasn't a big fan of AJ. But AJ has really started to impress me here in this Couples Cam Quarantine. AJ has cleaned the house. AJ has taken care of Stephanie. AJ has took on the camera duties. I mean, I just like AJ. But this episode, AJ kind of got a job.
He's running out of things to do. And so he got a new job as his wife's assistant. She says, you know what? Stephanie says, you know what? I came to realize I need some help with some things. So I'm going to hire you as my assistant. That's what she told him. And so he came ready to work.
Resume, suit and tie now.
His suit and tie and everything. And it lasted
about 2 days.
Not long at all.
Not long at all. Hey. He just kind of got in the way, and she's like, okay, I'm done playing now. But he take it serious. He
was like, no.
Yeah, he wanted interaction.
This is my job.
This is my job. She sent him on a mail errand, and You know, it was cute to see them play at first. I'm like, what kind of bad movie is this? This is bad. This is bad. But nah, they played, and you know, and she just got tired of AJ after a while. He needs to find something to do, whether take up sewing or whatever case may be. He's bored. He's bored, and so Stephanie's trying to amuse him and allow them to play together. But it was cute. It was cute to see how he's opened up and he's become more relaxed with the cameras and more relaxed with Stephanie. And I thought that was
because because he's the producer and he's the director.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a production team to contend with. So
I give you that. He's on his own schedule, but it was cute to see those two interact during their quarantine in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Let's stay in Philly. Christine and Keith.
Christine and
Keith, and it was I don't know. Keith's a brave guy.
Oh yeah.
He's,
I don't know.
He allowed Christine, who has no barbering experience at all, just because she talked to Shawnice, and she gave him.
He was already there even before she talked to Shawnice.
Yeah.
He was willing to let her do it even before talking to Shawnice.
Yeah, I mean, he had the guards on, so he figured she couldn't mess up so much with the guards.
This is what I heard. Okay, so quiet as is kept. I have a cosmetology license. I've been licensed in cosmetology since 1995, but I don't do hair all the time, and I definitely don't cut hair. And so
definitely not mine.
Well, but what? That's the one thing we talked about. I've been talking, with my friends and stuff about during this COVID-19 thing. It's like, husband's hair is growing all out of whack and my son's hair. And I said, I don't know if I could fade their hair. And a lot of them were like, if you just put the guard on. But I don't have a razor. I don't have any clippers. So anyway, but yeah. She called Shawnice and Shawnice walked her through it. And all in all, she didn't do bad.
Keith said his swirl wasn't good.
She cut into the swirl too much.
Cut into the swirl too much, Now she did shave him up real good. She did a good job setting him.
She did.
I
did clean your facial hair up.
Too. You did. I appreciate you. Thank you. Go back to some of that last couple of videos. You can see the transformation from the afro to when I got a haircut. But
it was a teeny weeny afro. It was a TWA.
Quarantine messed me up. I'm glad in our state we're in a different phase right now. I can go see my barber. But nonetheless, so she hooked him up, and it was good to see. He trusted her, and the apron was fun because she got the old Home Depot apron and threw around his neck in a trash bag. But they had a good time in quarantine, and he trusted her to allow her to cut his hair, and I think that was pretty good to see the trust between these two. And what they're doing during quarantine is kind of relaxing. And then we saw Shawnice and Jeffy go through the same thing, and Jeffy should be more relaxed. His wife is a licensed cosmetologist,
and she does this all the time.
She does wigs, and she works on wigs for dead people and wigs for people who have sicknesses and diseases who need hair wigs. So she does, and so Jeffy was a little bit more relaxed, except for when it came to her shaping him up in the front, where he didn't want to mess with none of this up in here. Let me get here.
But she didn't do bad.
No,
she didn't do bad. But
she was good.
Yeah, he was definitely more comfortable with her touching up his new growth for his locks. And, And the only other thing he was like, so I got to sit under the dryer for 20 minutes. She said no, 30. He was like 30.
You ain't keep time. And she's like, no, mother said.
Put the timer on it.
Now you mind they live with their mom and she live with her mother, and so it's
her mom lives with them.
Mother lives with them, and so she was like, "Is a timer on the thing?" I was just like, my mom's always in my business, always in my business. But it was fun to see them trusting each other, and that's trust when you allow your mate, your spouse, to be able to mess with your appearance, and we saw. It was like the mess with your appearance episode because we saw.
Hold on, before we leave them though, the other cute thing. So Jeffy left the shop.
Oh yeah, left the shop.
And then he came home. Shop and home obviously are the same place. But that was cute too. Like,
yeah, but he was like, yo, I can't kiss my barber, y'all. Dog, I can't kiss my barber. I can't. Right. Nah, I'm gonna have to step out, take this off, and come back home like I'm going to a new place. You're my barber.
No, yeah. So he had to step out and come back and see his wife.
So that was cute for them too. It was cute. So it was no, but like I said, makeup episode. We go to Anthony and what's her name?
Ashley.
Sorry, Anthony and Ashley. I forgot
Anthony
Ashley.
and Ashley.
And Ashley had a rough time in this episode. Before we get to the makeup there, she had a rough time because she's a general manager at a bar, and it's not open.
Right.
And she's more concerned about her employees.
Right.
Plus, the bar had been her family for 18 years, and she's a general manager, and she doesn't want to lose it. Even opening up at half capacity, she may not make the money that she was making. And how can you tell people to stand over here? So she had a lot of emotions, and then Anthony was telling her, "Look, my big bonuses and my events, I'm not gonna make that now. I'm gonna have to wait till August. So we're gonna, kind of struggle a little bit." And the emotions got the best of her. And I'm sure some of you out there looking around or watching us during this situation, coronavirus, quarantines, the emotion got the best of you. Whether it was because of financial, because you was in your house the whole time, because you became depressed. And the emotion caught up with her.
Yeah, understandably.
Yeah.
Because... And I wouldn't say, obviously, I don't think they're living like an extravagant lifestyle, but you do have a lifestyle that you want to maintain. And so then, when income is cut, you got to regroup.
You got to regroup, readjust.
It can be overwhelming. It's like, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, understandably, it shook her up some. And Anthony, I always liked Anthony, but I feel like Anthony really was that strong man, we're gonna get through it.
I got
it's
deliver pizza.
Okay.
I deliver pizza.
Yeah, but I like pizza. We deliver pizza.
I deliver pizza. But he was willing to do anything and to comfort her, even to the point where he's like, you know what, Ashley needs to be made happy. She needs a makeup day.
Yeah, a makeup.
A makeup day. So he started putting her makeup on. How many of you women out there trust your husband to put your makeup on? Just to leave a comment in the comment section below. That might be the question of the week. How many of you women trust your husband to put your husband or your spouse or your significant other to put your makeup on? I can do it. Maybe we just do a video of me putting her makeup on. Anyway, I think I can get it right.
I think you could do the basics. Like you could probably do lips and maybe eyes. But the whole the foundation's not that bad. Cause I don't, the makeup tutorials and stuff, I'm not doing all that in-depth makeup stuff. So he could probably do my foundation, but I don't know.
Anthony did a good job.
He had her blushed up.
He had
had some kind of, he blushed up and rouged up.
But he did a good job.
He did. And it was fun. It was fun for them. He said, he wanted to kind of lighten the mood and make her feel good and more relaxed.
More relaxed. And so
I think it worked.
It worked out. I made it more relaxed, and it was good there for her to for him to do that for her. And they laughed about it and had a little champagne there too. So a little bit of wine. A little wine there, so it was fun. So let's move on. Let's move on to Austin and Jessica. Okay. Because Austin, my man, he's not working, not traveling as much. Jessica's on the front line in the hospital doing her thing, running her COVID-19 coronavirus unit, and she's doing well. They haven't been able to spend that much time together and do something, so they thought about getting an animal. Thought about getting a dog. Now Austin was like, you know what? I'm gonna call everywhere and see if I can get a dog.
He said he is making it his mission, to find a dog for them.
And he called everywhere. Nope, this dog's taken. This dog is taken. Nope, they left this morning. He finally found a dog.
He did.
And the dog jumped in the front seat with him, and he was happy to get home and
licked him all in the mouth.
And licked him all in the mouth. I'm a dog lover. I like dogs, but I don't know. I just anyway. Licked him all up in his mouth, and so they had a good time with it. And Jessica was so happy and surprised.
She was.
That Austin, and mind you, they only been married 6 months, so he's doing all these sweet things and all this stuff for Jessica, and she was happy, and for Austin that he gave her. And one thing he joked about, he said, "Well, it's too early for me to tell you I love you." Talking to the dog.
Oh yeah, he said that's a big word.
That's a big word.
That's a big word. There's a lot to it. I can't tell you I love you already.
Can't tell you I love you.
But I mean, it was like an instant connection between him and the dog.
Yeah, so. It became fun. It was cute for them. It was cute for the show to see that during the midst of the quarantine that they can still have find each other companions and love and bring another addition to their family.
Yes. So. And speaking of additions to the family.
I like how you said word there. Speaking of additions to the family.
Speaking of additions to the family, Deonna and Greg And Junior.
And Junior. Not Jesus, but Junior. So Deonna was, asking Greg, where's Junior at and what's going on with Junior? What are you doing with Junior? Are you spending time with Junior? Are you, they was getting ready to go out and he like, make sure you grab Junior. We can't leave it here. He's sitting on the edge of the counter. Put him in a seatbelt. He was like, seatbelt?
They put him in the back of the car in a seatbelt.
No car seat.
They better not have no car seat. They better not. That's too far.
No car seat. And, Greg was like, she want to play, I'm going to play this game too. So he brought Junior home and Junior was sitting there playing video games and Greg was playing video games.
And Deonna was like, you're not letting him win?
Like, ain't no participation trophies around here.
Listen,
Junior
ain't playing anyway.
He ain't winning this.
He's not. If he wins, then I'm real bad. That means Greg sucks at video games.
But it was cute because to the point where she like, you know what, Greg said we can practice, but baby wise, it's like,
He said he's gonna play this baby game till she get tired of him with the baby thing and she get over her baby fever. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I don't know if it's gonna work or not.
I don't think it's gonna work.
She's feeling that baby fever, so it's one of those things, and Greg have to deal with it. When a woman wants a baby, and sometimes you just gotta oblige and trust and do what you can.
What you looking at me for?
Cause I've been there a couple times.
No.
Yeah, we've been there a couple times.
No, I did not have baby fever. I didn't have baby fever. I feel like it was just time. I wasn't satisfied with the 2 children.
Yeah. And we move on to the next couple. Wait a
minute.
Move on to the next couple. Nah, with Greg and Deonna, hopefully Deonna gets what she wants after the quarantine or during the quarantine.
Yeah, because they about at their year and a half.
They about that year and a half where Deonna wanted to start having a family with Greg. So we move on to Jamie and Doug. Jamie and Doug, after her little scare.
Yeah.
After a little scare, and now they're hanging out and they're working on breathing exercises, which was the funniest part. Of this.
Oh yeah.
The whole funniest part with Jamie and Doug. They were working on breathing exercises with their daughter, and next thing you know, Doug farts. And they thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
It was.
He's hiding.
Because I know Henley was like, "Oh gosh, Daddy, really?"
Really? And like, hope they don't hear that. Oh yeah, we heard it. Doug, don't worry about it. We heard you let gas out. So it's okay though. We all do it. We all do it. It's fun. It's fine. But nah, they had a good episode with them. They, like I said, once again committed to doing the midwife, and Jamie was had to go take the corona test. And being a nurse, she was nervous, didn't know what to expect. Jessica was trying to tell her, what to expect, what they do, and when they was on their whole couples call, and they was trying to figure out what, Jamie pulls up there and she gets it stuck in her nose and stuck up her nose and touched her brain, and she starts crying. And a lot of that, I think, was either pregnancy cry or hurt cry.
Well, she was crying before it.
Yeah.
She's emotional about it before because it's like, this situation with COVID-19, obviously we've never been there before. And the concern with having a baby and passing it on to the baby after she has the baby, and during delivery and everything, there's a concern with that, obviously, for the healthcare workers that will be dealing with her during the childbirth. And she's a healthcare worker, before this, so that was a concern. And between her and Jessica talking about, they just swabbed the back of your nasal cavity. He's like, but they swab it, but they stick it way back far, and
yeah, they take care of you.
It's gotta get all back there, and
they touch your brain.
And I don't, if anybody's had anything like all of this connected. You talking about tear ducts and nose and eyes, and I think so. The emotion of it kind of overwhelmed her. Then getting back in the back of your nose, that could kind of set everything else off. So she made it.
And she was negative.
Yes.
So she made it negative.
What you kind of expected.
She was worried about the pregnancy, and that was the biggest thing. Is if I am positive, where I can't have a home birth.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go to the hospital, and I don't know if my child's gonna get it. So it was a lot of nervousness that was going on, and so she finally got herself calmed down when the negative came back, and she was good to go.
Yeah, that was good.
And so then we go to Danielle and Bobby.
Yes.
Danielle and Bobby. Bobby, who stays up until 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games. And Danielle, who stays up till 4 o'clock in the morning for Bobby so she can get her something, according to Bobby. According to Bobby. Now, that's not according to me. That's according to Bobby, that she stayed up. So, I don't know.
I mean, they still fairly newlywed. I understand it. She want to
but she's not. You gonna stay up
get a piece of his love.
But you gonna stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning and wait till he finishes playing video games?
She ain't got nothing to do.
Go sit on him while you playing video games.
Look. Oh, my gosh.
Go interrupt him while he's playing video games. I'm sure he'll stop. I'm not going to wait up till 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. It's just me. I'm sorry. That's her. That's him. They do what you do, Danielle. You want that baby. I understand. You want that baby, so you're going to wait for your husband.
But right then, her focus is not the baby. She just want to be with her husband. Or as me and my cousins talked about the other week, like my grandma used to say, when he come worry me.
Yeah, she wants Bobby.
She want to worry him.
She want Bobby to worry her. But nah, he's playing video games, but also Bobby was talking about the things that Danielle does, and I don't know any of y'all. Yeah. Please let us know if you do this. She wipes off every single thing that comes in the house.
Yeah, Bobby said she talks about me and my spending and how I've been having my little routine during this COVID-19. He said, but nothing beats Danielle.
Nothing. Anything outside the house does not come in the house.
Until it gets wiped down completely and thoroughly.
With Chlorox.
Plastic bags, boxes open.
Canned soup, pork and beans. If it's in a can, it's getting wiped down. The meat.
Yeah.
She wiped down the plastic on the cover of the meat.
Everything.
The bags that he got from the store went to the trash before they even came in the house.
Well, I think probably most people did that. God knows I used to keep the plastic bags. Nice for lining little trash cans.
These were paper bags.
But she had some plastic bags. But since COVID-19, that's for real. The only plastic bags I got in my house are the ones that we already had. Because they go in the trash.
Yeah, recycle. Trash, recycle. Anyway, be friendly to the earth. But and I understand, you have the little one, you don't want to be able to put things in the house. So, but that was one of his pet peeves about Danielle, that she
was like, she be going crazy cleaning the stuff.
The doorknob, the light switch, she's following the CDC's regulations to 100%.
Absolutely.
Corona not coming in her house.
Mine either.
Yeah, I can attest to that. But nonetheless, but man, went through all the couples, right? Did we miss one?
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
No.
We got all the couples, but now couple cam is very exciting to us. We really enjoying it just to see how their everyday life is. And I think that's what's fun about couple cam. There's no production, no producers, no one's making them meet, no one's telling them. You're just seeing their daily routine, their daily activities, and how they adjust and handle each other from wanting babies, not wanting babies, to being able to go to work, not go to work, and it's daily life, and it's applicable to what people are seeing, because there's not one couple on the couple cam that are alike.
Right.
Everything in their lifestyle and what they're going through is a little bit different. You got both Greg and Deonna, both are still working, and then you got Ashley and Anthony, where Anthony's still working but not working as much. Ashley's not working. You got Keith and Christine, where Christine can work from home with real estate, but it's kind of hard. She's only showing them online. With Keith, who's a frontline worker, goes every day. So you have, Jephty and Sharnice, who's Sharnice cosmetology, and Jephty is a teacher, where both of them are probably off from work. And
he was teaching online.
He was teaching online. So it becomes a whole dynamic with Bobby, with Bobby's home now, and Danielle's already home wife, so now both of them at home.
And I think the biggest thing is, as we're watching couples cam, just seeing how they're adapting to this quote unquote new normal that we had, and seeing where you can see yourself in it. Because I most certainly have seen us in some of the things they're going through on the couples cam. So I'm enjoying it. It's more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal. So I really I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the fact that it's an hour.
Yeah, those 2 hours used
Those two hours used to get me tough, but now I'm enjoying it that it's an hour. Hey, so if you enjoyed our review, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews on Married at First Sight, Couples Cam Quarantine. Also, make sure you listen to our podcast and follow us on Instagram at Jack_Glenn.
Bye.
Bye. See you.